Now, in this unit, we are going to be talking about percents, okay? And in this one, it says percents as a fraction. Well, if you look at these, let's go back up to the board where I just did the sponge activity, and you see that we have 25. If I want to write that as a fraction, percents are always viewed at 100, so that means this would be 25 over 100. Now, that can simplify down to 1/4. Think about this. How many quarters? 25 cents is a quarter, right? How many quarters can you get into a dollar? 4, 1/4. That's a common fraction, something we need to know. Now we go to 50. And 50 would be over 100 again. Percents are out of 100. Always think about math with money if you can. It makes some things easier. Once again, we had a quarter, right? Well, how many quarters can you get into 50? Well, you can get 2. How many quarters go into a dollar? 4. But once again, you can simplify that even more. How many times can 2 go into 4? It can go in twice, but you'd be left with a 1 on top, so that's 1/2. Think about it. 50 is half of 100, so that's a fraction form. Now, 75. 75%. Okay, 75 over 100. Okay, now once again, stick to that quarter thing when you got these percentages, the common ones: 25, 100, 75, 0. Okay, think about this now. How many quarters could go into 75 cents? 3. How many quarters can go into a dollar? 4. Well, remember what I've told you in a fraction unit. Anytime you have they're separated by 1, you cannot simplify that. Okay? And then the last one would be 100. 100 would be over 100, and that's just what it is. It equals 1 or 100%. Okay? Now, if you want to make these decimals, all you do when you see a percent, and we're going to talk about this later, is if I had 25%, my decimal is behind it. So what I want to do is move it 1, 2. Right there's my decimal. Right there's my decimal. Right there's my decimal. And 1 would be for 100, because you'd have 0.00. Okay?